This Thursday, President Paul Kagame participated in the virtual meeting of the African Union Bureau and chairs of the regional economic communities to discuss COVID-19 response. During the meeting, President Kagame requested the African Union chairperson to consider appointing one of the heads of state to work closely with Serge Ntore, who is leading the African Medical Supplies Platform, to focus on ensuring that Africa obtains the vaccine once it is available. He also noted that the best defense against COVID-19 pandemic, as well as future health emergencies, is a strong, resilient, and sustainable health system.
I would like to request the chairperson to consider appointing one of the heads of state to work closely with the Strive, who is already on the task, to focus on ensuring that Africa obtains the vaccine once it is available. I think the details and importance of that have already been presented by many speakers. I won't go deeper into details, but I was thinking if chairperson, either one of the members of the Bureau or any head of state you wish to pursue that particular task, it will be helpful to exactly achieve what was talked about. This will avoid Africa missing out on it, on the vaccine, or not getting sufficient quantities.
In other news, officials at the Rwanda Social Security Board are saying that over 12 billion Rwandan francs loss the institution incurred because of the Vision City project has already been reduced by almost a half. Now, we spoke as well. He also noted that the Auditor General, meanwhile, says avoidable mistakes were made concerning the project, which resulted in larger losses for the government. Serge Ntore has more.
Vision City.
The first phase of the project began in 2013 to build 504 modern homes in Kigali city. The construction phase was supposed to last for 18 months or a year and a half, but it would stretch on for an additional 44 months or 3 years and 8 months because of errors made right from the feasibility study, inflating its budget by as much as 38 billion Rwandan francs from 77 to 115 billion. When the construction was finally over, selling the homes also became a problem, and the government had to continue to pay for their maintenance, the ones that were yet to be bought, as they sat waiting for buyers. Between 2017 and 2018, those maintenance costs spiked by close to 2 billion Rwandan francs, from 2.9 to 4.8 billion, as was confirmed in the 2018-2019 Auditor General's report. Parliamentarians believe the way forward must be one of finding strategies to reduce the losses. It is true that the government incurred losses twice. The houses cannot be given out for free because that would only increase the losses and make them obsolete. RSSB has tried to reduce the prices of the homes, but people's purchasing power is still weak. RSSB must therefore make an effort to reach people able to buy the houses as soon as possible to minimize the losses. The 2018-2019 Auditor General's report showed that 313 of the 504 homes constructed had been sold, with 191 remaining, and the government had lost as much as 12 billion Rwandan francs on the project.
For us, we had to tell them that please, this investment, the feasibility study was not proper and fit. We did not see the appropriate approvals. And because of that, there were several revisions in the costs. And we did not see, again, that proper and fit test of additional costs, which would be justified by additional revenue, given projected additional demand. So we advise them that please, here, maybe you are at a point of no return, but there is a risk of losses. Those losses true materialized. Materialized in that by the time we are doing the audit of 2017, The additional cost had gone to almost 2 billion for Rwanda. Then 2017, it became close to 3 billion. By 18, in there it became an addition, it grew to 4.8 billion. By 2018, at the close of business, 30th June 2018, we are looking at over 10.5 billion loss, which grew to 12.5, quickly to 12.5. You can see that trend is because the more you don't sell these houses, every investment must have duration. It has got life, beginning and end. It's not something that is there far. So if that time is extended, the cost extend non-linearly to the increase in revenue, because you don't dictate the demand, who will come to buy my house.
Officials at the Rwanda Social Security Board say lessons have been learned from the experience and mistakes made have since been corrected, with the prices of some houses reduced and RSSB turning to banks to assist people to get affordable mortgages. And positive results have been seen, with 77% of all homes now bought and 87% of expected revenues received. We are helping people on the application lists to process their applications and talk to different banks to see if they can get mortgages. At this rate, this year could end with every last house bought. 37% of those that have already bought their houses are government employees, some with special schemes to facilitate them. We also worked with the diaspora to make this possible, and if I am not mistaken, 27% of the homes were bought by Rwandans living abroad, which is good because it means more foreign currency coming into the country. 9% of the purchases were also done by foreigners, again more foreign currency coming in, with them sending less money home and more remaining here, which helps us as a country. The strategy is now to make profits in the long run. Also, when you look at the taxes collected from that settlement, it is as much as 200 million Rwandan francs annually. To mitigate the losses incurred in the past, we must now properly invest the money we are getting from the sales of the homes. For instance, the more than 51 billion we have so far gotten from the sales is now in banks earning interest and has already made an extra 5+ billion, if I am not mistaken. 114 homes now remain to be bought, the vast majority of them apartments, with just 22 bought out of 80, 4-bedroom ones so far, and 102 bought out of the 144 3-bedroom apartments that were for sale. More than 90% of the 300 most expensive homes have already been bought.